Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the Thursday edition live question and answer session. It's an opportunity. You're welcome to bring up any topic you would like, whether it's on the state of Utah, the United States, investing in Utah, investing in the United States. I'll try my best to answer any question. It has been so this time of year in Utah is very unique. I got notification today that the golf course is open. So there's some golf courses opening up. But at the same time, we've got record snowfall in the mountains and the ski resorts are still open. So you can go skiing, snowboarding, or go golfing, or go to your favorite park. So it's a great time of year. I've got some friends that we call it doing the double. So we will ski and golf on the same day. So it's kind of like a tradition, and we haven't done it yet, but I imagine within the next week we probably will. So yes, we will ski and golf on the same day. So group of friends, we've done it for years, and we have an absolute blast. So it's great. It's great to get out on the golf courses, but it's great to get maybe one of those final skiing days. But some of the resorts are talking about opening till the end of April. So I do call it on Thursday. Throw it out there Thursday. So you're welcome to throw any kind of question you want out. And I've got some news events. The first one, I don't usually talk a whole lot about some of the things going on in Utah. You know, you get some robberies and some murders and stuff like that. It happens in Utah. I don't want to act like, we have no crime or people don't get shot or stores don't get robbed. It does happen. So, and it probably happens more in some neighborhoods than other neighborhoods. But this was a case that has struck the hearts of people in Utah. So let me take you back a little bit. What happened was an individual was driving his car and ended up killing two young children. I believe they were 3 years old. I think they were 3-year-olds, maybe a little bit older, not very old, playing in their backyard. So in their backyard, in a fenced backyard, the individual lost control of the car and killed the two children. And as parents and people who aren't parents, when you grew up, it was always play in the backyard, in the fence, you're safe. Don't play on the streets. Somebody comes around the corner, could hit you, et cetera, et cetera. And these children were doing what they were taught to do. I mean, what we all are taught to do. So anyways, the case has a lot of people in Utah know about this particular case. I'll read some of the things, and it made news now because originally the individual was charged. Our previous Utah County attorney charged the individual with 2 counts of manslaughter, which is a second-degree felony, is what they put in the article. Well, we have a new district attorney or county attorney. The new county attorney has charged the individual with 2 cases of murder. So it's quite the step up. That's why, it's in the news today. And so it says later in the article, both were 3 years old. They were playing with toy trucks in their Cedar Valley neighborhood. Okay, the individual, they're claiming in the report that the individual in the car was going 80 to 100 mile an hour in Eagle Mountain in a 45-mile zone. He hit a bump and he lost control of the car. There were other individuals in the car, and they had repeatedly told him to stop, including shouting at him. So when they took a blood sample from the individual, it showed the presence of methamphetamines at a very high level. So there's a lot going on with this case. So they have changed it from manslaughter to murder. And the comments, when I printed off the article, every comment that I read, there was a lot of comments. There's are probably already 100 comments, but all of them agreed with the murder charge. The comments that I read, I think all of them agreed. There was one or two that said it was, maybe a political ploy. And I know that the county attorney, when he was running for office, he ran on a platform of, we are going to be tougher on people who commit crime. And that's one of his, and that individual, I guess, is showing it now. He has relooked at this case and he has called it, charged the individual with 2 cases of murder. So, and I don't know the exact rules. I'm definitely not an attorney or anything like that, but I would imagine, just my own opinion, if they do convict him on the murder charges, he may spend the rest of his life behind bars, possibly. Where maybe on the manslaughter charges, there might have been a chance that he would, be released from prison at some point. So, very interesting article. When we're talking about luxury buyers, people who are purchasing luxury homes, what are some of the amenities that they are now seeking in the purchase or the build of these luxury homes? And I'm going to add one to the bottom of the list, something that I've noticed here locally, and doesn't necessarily have to be like a luxury home, like a multi-million-dollar home. But they say that individuals are they're trying to look out for their health and well-being, and it is translating into their homes. One of the items that they would like to have is space to stretch and reflect outdoors. So they're looking for more space, maybe put a pool in, areas where they can a little bit of outdoor recreation. So that is one item. They are looking for a primary suite for a private retreat. And this has been popular for many years. Some of your primary suites have been very, very well built and designed. They are looking for room for personalized renovation. So they would like to have some rooms that are like unspecified or not already maybe converted or established as a certain type of room, but they are looking for like a mixed space, an area that they could turn into like an arts and crafts or home gym or some kind of other item than your typical family room, bedroom, office. And they also would like to add more than a traditional home gym. So they want the home gyms, but they also are asking for tennis courts, basketball courts, or pickleball courts. They're also looking for pools and for golf simulators. That's a new one there, the golf simulator. I don't recall being in a home with a golf simulator yet. Not that I recall. Another item that they are looking for is they're looking for spaces where you can let the light in, where you get lots of light. And where I see this, or very popular, or that I notice in Utah, is the decks, outside decks, covered decks. with lots of light, so that in the evening you get lots of light. During the daytime, you can get lots of light. So you can start your barbecue, and as it gets dark, you can turn the lights on and you can still enjoy the outdoors. So that's something I do notice. I personally actually have a covered deck with lights, and we love the covered deck. And the last thing on the list, they are looking for specialized wellness facilities. They want dedicated steam rooms, dedicated saunas or spas. They would like red light therapy beds, hyperbaric oxygen chambers, and dry float tanks. It's the first time I've heard of people wanting a hyperbaric oxygen chamber in their home. So I haven't seen any of those. But what I'm noticing, especially on the custom built homes, is 2 offices. Not 1 office, but 2 offices. And mostly people that I've worked with that have built 2 offices, it's due to noise reduction and privacy. They may work in a career at where they deal with very sensitive data, so they would like their own office so that it's very private. And the other is the noise reduction with the 2 offices, being able to have their own doors on conference calls. And if someone else is in the same, if you have 2 offices in one room, 2 desks in one room, it's hard to have that privacy and be on a Zoom call or any kind of phone call. So I've had quite a few people ask about the possibility of 2 offices, and mostly for like the privacy. And I've seen some people do 1 upstairs and homes with basements, 1 downstairs, and each individual has their own office. So, and I would imagine, my guess would be, we may go to 3 offices in some homes, an extra office for the kids to do homework and studying. I can see that coming down the pipeline. I've seen quite a few people modify their basements in Utah, turn 1 room into a learning center for the kids so they can have a quiet area to do homework, studying. They'll put a desk, computer, so that they're not distracted by maybe other family members or other things going on in their house, the TV going, distractions. But yes, I've seen quite a few homes where they've made a room that is for kids to do homework and items like that. So that is what some buyers are looking for when they are looking at luxury homes. So dedicated steam rooms, saunas, spas, red light therapy beds, hyperbaric oxygen chambers, and dry float tanks. And the other thing with I keep going back to the hyperbaric oxygen chambers. I'm not familiar with them very much. I've heard of athletes that are in the hyperbaric oxygen chambers. I guess they recover faster from injuries. But for somebody like myself, just a normal everyday person, I don't know what the benefits of these chambers would be. That's new for me. So if I got an injury, yes, it'd probably be great. Maybe recover a little quicker. But as something for like your daily routine, I'm not too sure. Or to just have in your house. So that's a new one. That's definitely a new one. And also is the red light therapy bed. So not very familiar with the benefits of that. So it'd be nice to have a spa and a sauna in a house. That's great. Any questions this evening? It's a quiet evening. We're heading into spring here in Utah. The clocks have changed. We are lighter in the evenings. I really like that. I think it was about 7:30, 7:45 when it really started to get dark. It's nice to have some light in the evenings. So there's no more questions, I'm going to call it an evening. Hope everybody has a great weekend. And if you do want to get a hold of me, you can always email me a question. Thank you.